Told y'all deep down south we don't play.
Good everybody, it's your boy right here, man, Kang, Steph. And I've been gone for a long time. But welcome back to another Kang Steph reaction video. If you're new to the family, to the gang, smack that like button, you hear me? Comment below as well. Make sure you subscribe. Click that big red notification sign known as subscribe. As well, click that notification bell so you can get the post notification that every video that I'm majorly dropping. I know I've been gone for a month. My apology. You know, life happens. But I'm back with another. Say it with me. Banger! As well today, man, we are reviewing the 2020 WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Now, I checked it out late last night. I was at the gym after I went to the gym, and I actually watched it from beginning to end. It was a subpar pay-per-view. It wasn't better than Clash of Champions to me. It wasn't better than SummerSlam. Payback was pretty alright. But this has to be, and I know we have SummerSlam next month, and then we have, I think, TLC. I hope I know 2020 has been a bad year, but damn, WWE has taken an L ever since Corona hit, bro, because damn, let me tell you something, bro, for real, damn. It had some high moments. It was only one match that really topped the cake. I'll get into that when we move on to the video. But out of 5 stars, I will give WWE Hell in a Cell. I will give that a 2.5. I give it a 2.5 stars out of 5. If it was out of 10, it'll be a 5. It'll be 5 star. So it'd be pretty. It's pretty subpar, pretty average. Not a good pay-per-view. But let's get into it. We're gonna start with the first match. Y'all know what it is, man. But before we get to that, I apologize. How should I do this, man? Let's go and do our dance real quick. Let's do it. Wait. Whoa. First match of the WWE match card, which is shocking to me as well, shocking to many others because it was a surprise to me, was the WWE first match was the Universal Championship match. Let me get the Universal Championship. I know it's blue, but you know this red is so sexy. The first match was the Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso Part 2 of the I Quit match. Pretty surprisingly, that this match was pretty. It's been boiling. It's been boiling for some time since Clash of Champions. If y'all seen my Clash of Champions pay-per-view, it'll probably be up here when I put it up there on the card. Roman Reigns. We're gonna start off with the match that Roman didn't like how Jey didn't didn't call him the tribal chief, didn't acknowledge him. You know how he talks now. This new Roman Reigns persona, this heel Roman Reigns that we've been waiting for so long. Talking during his matches like he talked during Jey against Clash of Champions. Call me, take this payday, take this ass whooping. I'm the head of the table now. I'm the tribal chief. Just acknowledge me. We can call it a day, bro. We can be family again, you dig? But post Clash of Champions, when Jey beat AJ Styles at Friday Night Smackdown, while Roman gave him the rematch, and he said there's going to be tribal consequences. If you saw the WWE Smackdown before the pay-per-view, you saw that Jey super kicked. Even let's go to the week prior, where Jey super kicked Roman and hit him with the chest, and he's screaming, "You love me, you love me." Then Roman Superman punched him, then walked out the ring. Then he brought it. Then his brother Jimmy, who made a surprising, shocking cameo on Friday Night Smackdown table. Everybody thought that was Jey. Jey super kicked. They had a little battle. He super kicked Roman. Frog splashed him. Ooh, excuse me. Then you saw how Roman said, "You brought your brother in this." Now the question is going to be this: once I make you say I quit, you're out of the family. Your wives, your children, your children's children. You're never going to be part of this family again. But when you saw Paul Heyman interview with the young lady backstage, he said, well, if Jey loses and say I quit, he becomes his indentured servant. Means he'll do his bidding. Pretty much, if you ever used to see back in the day how Batista did Evolution. I mean, not Triple H did Evolution, I apologize. Triple H did Evolution. Batista did Triple H's bidding. Whenever something needs to happen, he'll send Batista. That's what Jey Uso is going to be doing for Roman Reigns. Whenever Roman Reigns don't feel like handling a situation or problem, he going to send his cousin to go handle his problem for him. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen. But let's get into the match. Jey Uso comes out. You know, he has his legs, which is his culture, his nationality, his heritage, his Samoan heritage. Then the big dog come out, or the tribal chief of his island, rocking a new golden glove that we never saw coming, because usually, you know, Roman rocks all black. Only thing color is his vest. He don't rock a vest anymore. He's shirtless now because, you know, he's cut up and shredded now. The match goes pretty back and forth. You know, it kind of reminded me of Clash of Champions a little bit, where Roman was dominating the about 85-90% of the match. Jey had his moments, and it was some pretty legit moments in the match. Surprisingly, it wasn't a lot of weapons used, like chair shots, going through tables, and not your typical Hell in a Cell because it's an I Quit match. The only thing that was interesting is they brought the leather strap out, and then you see, you know, Jey Uso going in on him with some vulgar language that I can't repeat because YouTube will probably censor this video. Then Roman got his revenge. But what really got to it was when Jey, he got speared for the third time, and Roman put Jey near the turnbuckle, and he had steel steps near his head, and he actually did the drive-by with the steps. But Jey never even said, I quit. Then you had all the people from the back rushing to Jey's expense. The ref wanted to end the match, but Jey was unresponsive. But Roman's like, hell no. Nah. He said, hell no. Nah. Y'all gonna be locking this bitch too. We ain't leaving until he says I quit. But as soon as when he put the stairs on top of Jey, and then you see Jey kind of in and out of consciousness, playing in and out of consciousness. He said, I'm gonna end this right now. You gonna say I quit? I'm gonna end your career. He picked the stairs. He picked the stairs up. Then once again, here comes Jimmy to his brother's rescue, just like he was at Clash of Champions, but without the white towel this time. He said, "Stop." You know, does a little dramatic crying scene. You know, whatever. We family. But then this what gets tricky. You see, Roman Reigns started crying. And crying real hard. And I said to myself, this is some good acting Roman Reigns is doing. This is great theater. This is great cinematic. It's drawing the people in. You dig what I'm saying? It's drawing that people in. So he's crying, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of did it. But what was crazy, he put, once he did it, you know, he said, we family, we can talk about this, whatever you need help, we can help you with it. You know, Roman said, I'm sorry, ooh, I should have done that. Grabbed Jimmy and put him in the guillotine choke. The same guillotine chokes he put in Jey Uso earlier that knocked him out. That's when he did all the little crazy stuff with the steel stairs with him. He did the same thing to Braun Strowman right before Hell in a Cell, or 2 weeks prior to Hell in a Cell, and choked Braun Strowman out. So I guess this is his new move. This is why they're trying to make him the new Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar has the Kimura. Now Roman has the guillotine choke. So don't be surprised in the new WWE video game, the guillotine choke is one of his new finishers, right? Once he puts Jimmy in the guillotine choke, you see Jimmy's about to lose consciousness in life. That's when Jey kind of got himself together and pulled him, and he was holding his brother's hand like he's about to lose his brother to his own cousin. That's when he said, I quit, I quit, I quit. Because his brother saved him at Clash of Champions, throwing in the white towel. Jey said, I quit to Roman so he can get his brother, to save his brother's life. Now, the match is over. Jey lost. They're so-called out of the family, or he's an indentured servant. You see a concerned Paul Heyman like, what the hell have I done? What the hell have I got myself into? You know, it's the typical Paul Heyman big eye approach. Like I ain't never seen no dude act like this, because even Lesnar never acted like this. Then you see when he walks up the ring with the belt. My bad, y'all. I had a phone call. My bad. But let's get back into the match. So after Roman is declared the winner, held up the belt in front of his cousin, Jimmy and Jey. You see Jey and Jimmy, you know, tears, you know, coming because, you know, Jey lost. Now he's out of the family. You see Jimmy, the same thing. Tears that they lost, they let their family down. Now they're out of the family or become a digital servant. But in my own 2 cents, they are going to be part of this new faction, I think. They're going to build this new Samoan faction. Kind of like if you ever watched the old documentaries on the Wild Samoans. Roman's dad, Zeke, and I can't think of the other guy, his uncle's name. They're the Wild Samoans. They were like a tag team, like a faction, right? But we'll get into that later. Fast forward, you see Roman Reigns walking up the ramp. You see his father, Siki, and his uncle. Can't think of his uncle's name. These are, you can consider doing the storylines, the head of the table. They both have their cultural relays, and now they blessed Roman with a cultural relay after they give each other's hug and praise his victory. Then you have seen Roman crowned the new head of the table, aka the new tribal chief of his family, the head of the family. Out of that match, out of 5 stars, I give it a 2.5. It really wasn't exciting. Roman's a powerhouse. I mean, Jay had his moments, but typical thing, it reminds me of Clash of Champions where Roman was a powerhouse. He was dominant. He let his cousin have some bits, sparks, and moments, but it really wasn't exhilarating. It wasn't really pulling it in because you knew the outcome was going to be. You knew that Roman was going to win because this is the new heel bad guy Roman Reigns trying to carry this island on his back. Okay. All right. So fast forward to that next match, y'all. Next match. Let me put this up, man. All right. Oh yeah, because I got 2 belts. The champ is here. I got both belts, right? The next match, y'all, is Elias versus Jeff Hardy. Now, y'all remember on Friday Night Smackdown, the premiere, Elias came back during Jeff Hardy's match, I think against Sami Zayn, and cracked him with the guitar, right? So I'm not gonna waste too many time on this because it really wasn't that good. It really wasn't that quick of a match. Elias came back, singing his little songs and stuff. Jeff Hardy came out, they started doing their thing, and it was pretty good. But Jeff Hardy got disqualified by hitting Elias with his own guitar, so Elias wins by DQ, right? So I'm not gonna give no stars on that because the match ended pretty quickly. I thought the match was going to go longer, but it ended in DQ. So there's nothing to be so excited about. The next match was, I think it was Otis versus The Miz Money in the Bank contract. Now, I didn't know plenty too much about this feud, okay? Otis did win Money in the Bank, and with that comes that year-long contract wait before next year's WrestleMania where you can use it and cash it in. But The Miz, John Morrison, they form a little faction, a little tag team, had beef with that, right? And you had Tyson, you had Otis and Tyson, right? Best friends, right? They've been battling, back and forth, right? The latest addition was the Law in, I think it was like Law and Otis or something like that, where JBL was a judge, Theodore Long, Ron Simmons, the bailiff, the whole 9 yards. You know how it goes. And so remember, JBL ruled in the favor of The Miz that he has to put his title on the line in Hell in a Cell against The Miz. So with this match, it was back and forth a little bit. Pretty good offenses on both sides. But the shocker was Tyson turning on Otis. And The Miz hit the Skull Crusher finale. Bam, 1, 2, 3. Miz wins the Money in the Bank. He's Mr. Money in the Bank. Mr. Money in the Bank of this year. Then you see the backstage interview with The Miz, John Morrison. They're happy. Miz got the Money in the Bank. He's this. He can. It's been a long time since we've seen the Miz WWE champion, so we'll probably see him cash it in at the right opportune time, kind of like Seth Rollins did with Brock Lesnar when he versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31, right? But then they explained. Then she asked him why. She asked Tyson, "Hey Tyson, why did you attack? Otis?" And he explained the same thing. I'm one of Otis's best friends. I have to do whatever he says, like an indentured servant, doing his bidding. You know what I'm saying? But then you see Otis attack Tyson. He attacked The Miz, chased The Miz. This rivalry ain't over. But I think the new rivalry between Tyson and Otis has just started, and they're gonna mix The Miz and Morrison in this some way, somehow to end this. But that's how it's gonna be. The next match, man. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. This rivalry has been going on since Payback. Sasha lost her championship to Osaka at SummerSlam, and then Payback, they lost their championships to I can't think of that chick's name. I know it's Nia Jax and the other chick who does mixed martial arts. Lost their tag team championships to her. That's when Bayley kind of turned on Sasha. Bayley, you know, this whole promo rivalry, you know, thing. I used you, woo, you want this, I'm that chick now. Bam, you know, bam, bam, wham, bam, thank you, officer. Then Bayley crushes Sasha Banks' throat or her neck. Sasha comes back at Clash of Champions when Bayley had the open challenge. And been in there. They've been going for a long time. Next thing you know, the contract signing where Sasha put Bayley in that chair and cross-faced her and made her force her to sign it because Bayley wasn't going versus her. Because Bayley knew the outcome with what it was. This match was, I think, the best match of the night. So much passion, so much back and forth, offense, defense, of everything. It was a great match. Out of 5, I put this as a 4. Out of a 10, I put it as an 8.5. Great match. Great match. Winner was Sasha Banks by the putting in the boss lock with the chair, which was like kind of like the yes lock with how Daniel Bryan does with the kendo stick or with the chair. She did the same thing with the chair and started kicking Sasha. Kicking Bayley, and Bayley tapped out and she won. After the longest reign Bayley has had as a champion, over 380 days. Now the Sasha Banks, the boss era has begun on Friday Night Smackdown because Sasha has been the Raw Women's Champion so many times, but now she was drafted to SmackDown. Guess what? Now she's the SmackDown Women's Champion in her first time in her career. So big up to Sasha Banks. You know, I give it an 8.5 out of 10, 4 out of 5 stars for that match. The next match when we get into the main event was Bobby Lashley of Retribution. Retribution. Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business versus Slapshot of the Retribution. These two factions has been going at it ever since the Retribution has been sending these messages through Raw with all black everything. Then a month ago, you see them kind of wear these Jason Voorhees kind of masks, Purge kind of masks, showing their face, saying, "We are Retribution. We're going to do," you know, that kind of stuff. When you see the Elias and Mustafa Ali. It was Bobby Lashley versus Slapshot for the United States Championship. It wasn't really a good match. Even though Lashley won by the full Nelson, making him tap out. Retribution, of course, makes their usual, we're going to save our guy. And then the Hurt Business with Sheldon Benjamin, MVP, and Cedric Alexander comes and save Bobby Lashley. So, you know, pretty all right match. Nothing too major to go into. But now we're on to the main event. Around the world for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. World Heavyweight Championship between Drew McIntyre and the Viper, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. This match, like I said, now they've been going back at it since SummerSlam, so that's going on 2 months. It's been a long time since Randy Orton has held a championship. He's a 13-time champion, looking to replenish 14 to tie Triple H as one of the highest title-holding superstars in history. Everybody know Ric Flair and John Cena are 16-time world champions. Drew McIntyre, who held the championship since WrestleMania, beating Brock Lesnar. I ain't got to go too much story. You know, if you watched the Clash of Champions ambulance match, Drew McIntyre won with the help of legends of Big Show and Christian and Shawn Michaels, Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the whole 9 yards. So it was it's been a great build-up since then. But now they got themselves one-on-one in this match. Some pretty good moments. The one moment that shocked us, and I think shocked everybody, was Drew McIntyre falling off the cell into the table. That was the first, because we know Drew is not that kind of a stunt person to do it, but he sold it real well, going into the table, then acting like he had internal injury, spitting out blood. It was good, man. Good. It was good. It was good theater. You know, he was trying to hit the Claymore, couldn't hit it, and then Randy Orton hit the RKO out of nowhere. Bam, 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton is your 14-time world champion. I didn't expect this to happen. I really expected Drew McIntyre to win this match. But, you know, because you see all the blogs and wrestling shows on YouTube and everything like that, you know, he's supposed to go against The Fiend. That's why they drafted him to Raw. But, you know, The Fiend and Alexa Bliss got their own little thing with Retribution, so I don't know. But we will see what this will hold. I think, you know, Drew McIntyre will get his rematch at not SummerSlam, Survivor Series with Randy Orton. I don't know what kind of match it is. They done been in back-to-back hellacious matches with the Ambulance match and Hell in a Cell. You can try to do Last Man Standing. Hell, you can do an Iron Man match. I don't know what it's going to be. You can do an I Quit match. You know, we just came from one from Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. But with this match, knowing how the match was particularly going for, and it was pretty all right. You know, out of 5 stars, I give it a 3. It was shocking that I did see that Randy Orton was the winner. I thought Drew McIntyre was going to win and take the 2-0 lead, but hey, you know, they didn't fight at Payback because, you know, Drew McIntyre's injury that Randy Orton punt to his head. That's why they put Keith Lee in replace of Drew McIntyre. So McIntyre took a 2-0 lead, won at SummerSlam, won at Clash of Champions. Now Orton got his at Hell in a Cell. So could he tie the series 2-2 at Survivor Series? Who knows? Or could Drew take the 3-1 and just call it a day? Whoever knows, man. But I do appreciate you guys rocking with your boy with this Hell in a Cell post pay-per-view analysis, man. Yeah, man. Tell me what you think about pay-per-view, man. Tell me what you think about the Drew McIntyre Randy Orton match. Did you see that coming where Randy Orton was going to be the 14th-time world champion? Sasha Banks, Bayley. You know, I thought, you know, people thought Bayley was going to try to break the record, even with the men's championship, of holding the belt even longer. What you think about the whole Bobby Lashley Slapshot quick match? Jeff Hardy, Elias, even Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. What y'all think about these matches, man? Just let me know below, man. Comment below more bangers you want me to react to. I got more bangers on the way. Until then, man, all praise to the Most High and those who lay the foundation so we can get this content fast as possible out to you guys. Until next time, man, the champ is here. Peace.
Told y'all deep down south we don't play.